Hello YouTube, this is NJ Edwards. I had a chance to pick up a brand new GSG-522 MP5 replica today. Just going to give a few of my first impressions. It's nearly identical to the Heckler & Koch MP5 in that it has very similar form and function. It obviously is not a 9mm, it's a 22 long rifle round. A few of the similarities. First of all, as you can see, the barrel, the muzzle of the gun, is designed to replicate the sound suppressed, sound dampened version of the MP5. It's obviously not a real suppressor. This is fake. It screws off and it just covers the barrel so that you don't have a extra 6 inches of barrel sticking out of the front. Has a rubber molded handguard, very comfortable. The magazine release is the typical thumb release, or if you wish, on the other side there is the typical push button release. Similar but slightly different is the actual charging handle. It is not an exact replica of an MP5. The receiver grip and the trigger, GSG has added some knobs to the grip for a better texture, an integrated sling attachment point. They've changed the safety selector to be more comfortable. The sights are a little bit different. As you can see, they are not the traditional H&K sights. A little bit different. They're not enclosed entirely. The rear sight is similar to an HK drum sight. I don't know if I can get you a good sight picture, but they don't have the ghost rings like the HK drum aperture does. They have slots instead. The rifle ships with an integrated mil-spec Picatinny rail installed on top of the receiver. I have it removed right now to show some of the other options. I believe you can use a standard MP5 claw mount to attach a red dot sight or a holographic sight to the top of the receiver. That would enable you to retain your iron sight picture through the rear and the front sights underneath the installed red dot sight, whereas with the Picatinny rail on top of here, the sight will actually block any sight picture you would get from the integrated sights. I haven't tried to put one on yet, but I believe if you wanted to put a $500 holographic EOTech with a $250 claw mount on a $400 rifle, you could do that. I don't know why, but if that's what you're into, go ahead. Other similarities: the bolt and charging handle. Bolt actually comes back, all the way back, locks up in the upper position. Very similar to an MP5. Also, obviously the bolt stays open. If you have an empty magazine inserted into the receiver, then if you let the bolt go, the bolt will actually stay open if the charging handle goes forward, just so that it holds open on empty. Probably so you don't end up dry firing it since it's a 22. Obviously the gun is unloaded. Always make sure to check before you do anything with a gun, unless you're going to shoot it, in which case you probably want it loaded. Included with the gun is a typical breech lock. Prevents the breech from being closed and loading around. They include a small cleaning brush for the not the bore, but the chamber of the rifle. They include a chamber unloaded indicator, several additional blank front sight pins. They include a whole slew of other sight pins for the front sight. Don't know why you need 10 of them, but they include an integrated sling mount. I'm not quite sure where it goes on the rifle, but I would imagine somewhere up front, so that you can use a 2-point sling. And as mentioned earlier, the top Picatinny receiver. Everything looks to be well built. They also include a nice multi-tool that includes all of the screwdrivers necessary to disassemble the rifle. I'll go over that in a later video, the disassembly, cleaning, and reassembly process. That should about wrap up the initial impressions. I haven't gotten a chance to shoot this rifle yet. I just picked it up today. I should be going to shoot it this weekend. If anyone has any comments, please leave them in the description. Well, not the description, but the comment box below. Thanks.